This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hello, furniture friends. Welcome back. Katie here from Salvaged by K. Scott. Today I'm going to be making over this mid-century style 100% laminate desk that I picked up from Facebook Marketplace. It's in really good condition, but I am not a fan of this blurry wood grain picture and the plastic feel. So this thing is getting a paint job, but I do want to add some actual wood detail to it. So I've got my fingers crossed that my idea works out. Just like every other flip, this one is starting off by removing all of the hardware and giving the desk a really good wash down. The back panel on this is also coming away, so I used some pliers to pull out the old staples and just gave it some new staples on the back there to hold it in place. I get asked all the time if you can paint laminate furniture, and you absolutely can. In fact, it's pretty much the same process as a solid wood piece. You just need to make sure that you're getting good adhesion. So just like I do with every other piece of furniture, I am going to give this a really thorough scuff sand. I'm using some 150 grit sandpaper here just to really scratch up that shiny, slick surface so that when I put my primer on, it's got something to grip onto. I've been trying out this new Kills Restoration Primer on my last few projects. This says it is oil and shellac performance in a water-based formula. So for me, someone who has been dedicated to Bin's shellac-based primer, this is a game changer. I'm not sure about the stain blocking properties that it has yet, but so far it's been doing really great for giving extra adhesion. I filled up my Wagner Flexio 590 gun with the detail finish nozzle and applied 2 quick coats of my primer. While my primer is drying, let me take a quick minute to tell you about Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with classes made by creatives for creatives. It's a fantastic platform to explore new skills or deepen existing passions. They offer thousands of inspiring classes for all levels of learners on topics like design, photography, freelancing, and even furniture painting. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, so you can go at your own pace, and they're always launching new premium classes so that you can go wherever your creativity takes you. The class that I'm currently taking is Style Your Space by Emily Henderson. I've taken a quiz to find my personal decor style and learned how to best display the pieces that I love in my space. She's also got some really great tips when it comes to shopping for vintage decor pieces, like where to look and things to stay away from. Great news! Thanks to Skillshare, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so that you can start exploring your creativity today. Now I need to get started on my creative idea for these drawers. I'm going to try and add a wood feature using some dollar store popsicle sticks. These are super easy to cut, so I just used some scissors to lop off that curved rounded edge on either end of every stick, and I used a lot of popsicle sticks for this. And then I smeared my drawer fronts down with some wood glue and started laying out the popsicle sticks in a herringbone pattern. Once I finished up the herringbone design on each drawer, I just placed a scrap piece of plywood across the top and clamped it down so that everything could dry nice and flat and I didn't have to worry about any shifting. And then I just moved on to the next drawer and the next drawer. But I do have to admit that I messed up. I messed up this herringbone pattern on 2 of my drawers, and I didn't even catch it until the very end of this project when I was drilling my new hardware holes. So make sure that you watch all the way to the end of the video and let me know if you can spot which drawers I messed up my pattern on. Obviously, when I was done gluing these up, I had a ton of overhanging popsicle sticks and I can't leave it like that. So I grabbed my Dremel multi-tool. This is just a little oscillating tool. I put a wood blade on it and grabbed my safety glasses. And this is so easy to use. All I did was run this blade across the edges of the drawers and popsicle sticks went flying everywhere, but it gave me a nice flush finish. And then to fill in any gaps, because these are popsicle sticks from the dollar store, this is not precision carpentry, I just used some natural colored wood filler to smear over the surface and get all of those nooks and crannies. Since I want these wood drawers to be a statement piece, I decided to keep the rest of the desk really soft and neutral. So I'm going to be painting it in this House and Canvas chalk finish furniture paint in the color Sandstone. I flipped the desk upside down so that I could get around the legs and just paint the bottom a little bit easier. And I applied 2 quick coats of paint like this. Once the bottom was dry, I flipped the desk the right way around and gave it another coat of paint. I usually leave this House and Canvas paint for about an hour to an hour and a half to dry, and I noticed when I came back out to do my next coat on the top that it had dried with a bit of an orange peel texture, just a little bit rough to the touch. So I put some 240 grit sandpaper on my random orbital sander just to smooth that out. And after I had wiped away any sanding dust from smoothing out that first coat, I went ahead and sprayed 2 more coats across the top. I let my last coat of paint dry for about 3 hours, and then I came back out to the garage with some of my favorite top coat Varathane diamond wood finish in a satin sheen and loaded up my spray gun. I ended up spraying 2 coats over the body of the desk, and then I did an extra 3rd coat across the top since that's the area that's going to receive the most wear and tear. I did also give each coat a very light sanding with that 240 grit sandpaper just to knock back any texture that had dried in the finish. Now that all that painting is done, it's time to go back and finish up these drawers. What I have left to do here is really just sand away the wood filler that I put into all of those cracks and make sure everything is nice and smooth. I picked up some of these gorgeous gold handles from Amazon, and I want to put those in the center of each drawer. So I went ahead and made myself a paper template. I just turned my drawer upside down and traced out the face. Then I cut out that template and used the edge of the drawer to mark out the center just by drawing a line from corner to corner. These pulls are 50 millimeters center to center. That's where the screws sit. So I do have a little hardware template that has that measurement on it. So I put the template in the middle of my template, then marked off where those 50 millimeter holes sat and poked a hole through my paper. Now I can take this paper, transfer it onto each of my 6 drawers that go on each side of the desk, and that will give me the perfect measurements for all of my hardware holes. I am obsessed with how good this desk looks. It is literally night and day, from dark to light. Make sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about this popsicle stick herringbone situation. Also, make sure that you are subscribed before you go so that you never miss out on a brand new furniture flip from me. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next time.